Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about Defiance, the new show on the SyFy network. I'm so excited about the show, and they've been showing the promos, and I've been so excited to see the pilot. They were even doing this thing where you could watch the first 14 minutes, and I just wouldn't let myself do that because I knew I would be mad that I wouldn't be able to keep watching. So I just waited until tonight to watch the whole thing. I must say, when it comes to the SyFy network, the bar's pretty high for me. You know, I was a huge BSG fan. Love Battlestar Galactica. Huge Eureka fan. I loved Eureka. I'm kind of pissed that Eureka's not coming back on this summer. So I'm gonna need this show to be fantastic. That was what I was thinking before I actually saw the pilot. Those were the thoughts that were running through my head. And overall, I feel like it was good, you guys. If I was gonna rate it, though, from 1 to 10, as of right now, I'm gonna say that it would be somewhere around a 7. A 6.75 to a 7, somewhere in there. I think it has great potential, and there were definitely parts of it that intrigued me and made me kind of want to know more about them. But at the same time, there were some parts that were really trite and kind of cliche. So let's talk about some of the things I liked. Overall, right, the show is about this town named Defiance. Turns out that the Earth was attacked by aliens, but then the alien spaceships blew up and they fell to Earth and they terraformed the Earth. They basically changed the Earth completely. And then you also have these aliens that fell from these spaceships. So you've got aliens and humans at the same time trying to live together. So this town, Defiance, has got 8 races of beings that live in the town that are all trying to work together. So that to me was a very kind of interesting aspect of the show. The main character, his name is Nolan, and we get that he's kind of the tough kind of ex-military kind of guy. He's got a daughter who's an alien. So his daughter's name is Arissa, and basically it turns out that he found her when she was a kid. And we get a little bit of that backstory, but not a lot of it. I'm sure that's something that will unfold with time. But he finds her when she's a kid and basically takes care of her. And you really kind of get that bond between the two of them. And I think it definitely kind of gives a different aspect to his character. Because let's face it, the whole ex-military kind of guy who's got all these skills that will come in handy is kind of like a cliche type of character. But they've given him a little twist with Arissa, you know, by having this kind of alien daughter. So I like that. Of course, Nolan and Arissa show up in this town. One thing leads to another, and before the show is over, this town, Defiance, is being attacked by this kind of ruthless alien race called the Vold. So it's you have all these different relationships that are happening in the town, but at the same time, it's when the town gets attacked, it was kind of cool to see everybody unite to kind of fight to save the town. So you have this one family, and the father, his name is Tar, and he's kind of like the local gangster type of guy. He's an alien, and you've got his family. Then you have this other family, right, and the dad, his name is Rafe McCauley. So basically you have the Tars, who are aliens, and the Macaulays, who are humans, and they are really kind of like the Montagues and the Capulets. I mean, they just really are. The Romeo and Juliet thing, so let's talk about that, because to me, the kind of triteness comes in here, because there's a son from the alien family and a daughter from the human family, and of course the two of them are falling in love. So, I don't know, when I saw that, it was just kind of like, wah, wah, wah. And as far as kind of the two fathers in those families, I mean, Tar is definitely the more interesting. He and his wife, and that woman is oh, Lord. Lady Macbeth for sure. Now this town does have a mayor, and she's new to the job. She's only been mayor for a couple of months. Her name's Amanda, and Amanda is played by the awesome Julie Benz, who has been in a ton of different shows that I absolutely love. So her character was kind of interesting. She's got a sister. Her sister's name is Kenya. Kenya runs the kind of local whorehouse / tavern, and Amanda's the mayor, so that was an interesting aspect. You also kind of have Nolan, this main character, who's kind of in the middle of this kind of blossoming love triangle. You can totally see that, because at one point he goes to the bar / whorehouse and sleeps with Kenya, but at the same time you kind of see the flirting that's already happening with Amanda, so I'm sure we'll be seeing more of that. I'd say the other kind of interesting part about this pilot was at the end, once Defiance, they battle this alien race that comes to try to annihilate them, but everybody bands together, and in the end they're able to kind of save their town. And then once the battle is over, the big question is kind of who sent this alien race after us? Who sent them to kill us? Why is someone trying to kill us? Turns out that it's the old mayor, who we met at the beginning for 2 seconds, and they're looking for something in the town. So I was a little intrigued by this kind of like plot point that they introduced like basically in the last like minute, literally the last minute. So she's kind of talking to her like co-conspirator, and they're talking about trying to locate the Kaziri, and obviously whatever they're trying to find is hidden somewhere in Defiance. So that was definitely interesting, and I was intrigued by that. Well, one other thing that I thought was interesting too was the relationship between Arissa and the kind of local town like deputy. His name is Tommy, and they had this really great scene between the two of them, so I'll be interested to kind of see how that friendship grows and where that goes, because to me Arissa's character doesn't seem like she trusts really easily, so it'll be interesting to kind of see where they go with that. So that's it, you guys. That's kind of my take on the pilot episode of Defiance. I would definitely say go check it out. I'm sure they're going to be re-airing it on the SyFy network. You can probably go to their website and view it, I'm sure, or if you have kind of like on demand, I'm sure you can catch it there as well. I would definitely say watch the pilot and kind of see what you feel. Would love to hear you guys' opinion. If you watched the pilot, tell me what you thought about it down in the comment section below. That's it for me today, you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.